Welcome to the Random Ass Podcast. I am your host, Steele-Rhoads, and this is the animal to my hawk.
Christopher Steele, another random asshole.
Yep, we are the random assholes.
So, didn't lose your license.
No, did not lose my license. We don't need a co-host. Woo!
But if you feel down, like you want to come on,
we got the empty chair.
We got an empty chair. We might even do it outside studio.
Right. We get enough people. We get enough of a following. We'll do a live deal. You know.
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
Live to YouTube.
Yeah, stream live on. Yeah. Stream live on YouTube. Do it from the van, man. All from a cell phone. Be all irritating and shit.
Yeah.
And be exactly like that. Like hold it upright just to be dicks. Instead of doing the right thing and holding like this. Never this. Like this. If you take a video, like this, not this. This.
But
landscape, not portrait.
So you got off with keeping your license.
Yep. Oh, well, and just note for those that want to know, in Ohio now it's just a fine. The license is no longer on the table as a loss
because of the medical marijuana.
No, yeah. In June they passed a bill where all they really want's the money until they can get the medical end straightened out. But the prosecutor basically told me that just hold out a little bit and we'll have recreational going because the legislators are pretty much wanting it recreational to make their money. They're looking at Colorado going ka-ching, ka-ching. So.
Right. I think it's going to be recreational nationally.
Should be.
Within 10 years.
Got it, yeah. Within 10, it better be.
If it ain't, medically, at least medically, nationwide.
Right.
And nationwide decriminalization.
Yeah. I think nationwide frickin'...
But nationwide recreation, I could really see, if not in the next 10, within the next 20. There is nothing wrong with a little marijuana.
Nothing at all.
I quote this comedian. I can't think of who it was. It's been so long ago since I've seen this. The comedian said, "I've done some stupid things while drinking. But give a man a joint, a Hendrix tape, and stick him in a corner and he's happy."
Yeah, pretty much. Sounds like a Bill Hicks. I agree. Bill Hicks had the good sentiment of, I don't think marijuana should just be legal. I think it should be freaking mandatory. Stuck in rush hour traffic. Cop just pulls up. Excuse me, dude. Smoke this. You're right. I was taking life way too seriously.
Yeah. So, you had a show last night.
Yep.
The reason I had texted you was there was a couple movies that were playing at drive-in. And I was like, maybe he'd like to go see King Arthur and Power Rangers were together.
That wouldn't have been a bad combo. Because I know Power Rangers are good.
Right. And King Arthur had that one that we seen the preview.
So good. Jax from Sons
Charlie
of
Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam.
I knew it was something like that.
Right.
Alright, so I do want to mention this week coming out to consoles is the Injustice 2.
Yeah, that's if you'll notice over here, I'm kind of dicking with my phone. I am paying attention. I'm just trying to clear up space because Injustice 2 is also out for Android, and I fully intend on downloading it.
It's not that great.
I know it's not that great. I don't care.
I'm just
hoping there's customization.
Not really.
Damn. Still making space for something else then.
Well, I downloaded it. It's not bad. There is you can get equipment and shit. and you earn your heroes different way.
Well, as long as it's not a bunch of DLC, I'm fine. Or if it is DLC, there's like an extended story, added stuff, and
right.
And
then,
then you get a character.
Anyways,
for shit, man.
It's not the greatest though on mobile. It's something to hold you over till you get the console.
Right. Right.
That's the way I see it. Which is what I'm doing. As soon as because I saw it like a month ago, not quite a month ago, or a few weeks back.
Right.
And they suggested it to me on the store, and I'm like, all right, I will pre-order it mobilely.
Yeah, might as well. What's it gonna hurt?
And so I'm like, all right, and I played it for the last few days. As soon as it came out, my phone was like, all right, this game's out. You want to download it? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just like, it's okay. But like I said, as soon as I get the console version, I'm deleting it. There's no point. It's not like the first one. The first one, you could register to a WB account.
Right.
And you have the console version, the mobile version. They interact with each other. If you register both of them
right.
to a WB account, you get
Okay, back. Keep talking.
You get shit for doing shit on the other. You get like stuff for doing on the other.
Yeah, you would get rewards for playing the mobile one, and this one you don't get that.
And vice versa.
Ugh.
You get rewards on the mobile for doing stuff on the console.
And they didn't do that this time around?
Nope. Alright, that's stupid.
Dumb.
That's one of the reasons I wanted the mobile version.
Right. Get a head start.
Right. Yeah.
That's dumb.
So there's no point of having it, the mobile,
No, not really.
once you get the console. And consoles, for me, console games like that are easier to play than mobile.
Yeah. Mobile fighting games are hard. I think I've only played one that I really like, and it's because it's got one of the virtual controllers like on the screen. So easy to play. Actually, I'll throw that in as an early pick, and then hit back on it in the picks. Wrestling Revolution 3D, really fun. Like kind of like that Fire Pro style, where it's like fake wrestlers, but you can tell who they really are.
Right.
But you have full you pay $5, or no, it's 10. You can customize people and add new people and modify rosters. It's fun. It's a fun game. I took about 3 days to really do the ins and outs, get all the Japanese guys right and the Mexican guys right. And I already knew who all the Americans and most of the Japanese were.
Right. So.
Wrong form. Shit, sorry, man. Thought this was the meeting at the docks. My bad.
You need a job?
What?
Go down to the docks and get a job as a baiter. With your experience, you'll be master in no time.
Fucking smartass.
Yeah.
We were born that way, bound to happen.
It's a Rhodes trait.
It is. Very much so.
So, me and the sister were talking about our name. The family. Our family's name.
Right.
And ours is spelled different than most.
Yeah.
Usually, if it's spelled that way, Rhodes is spelled the way our family spells it, you're related.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somewhere along the line. I'm like, yeah, but you also do realize that there was some that in our family that spelled it differently. Like one family, one group of family.
Yeah, it was just like, we're going to switch this up because...
We're going to be road instead of roads.
Right.
Or we're going to add an E to the end. It's going to be RHOADE. What? So I'm like, it's because... And I'm not going to just say the U.S. Worldwide, people where you live used to be a lot of illiterate people.
Yeah. Pretty much.
They just guessed on how their name was supposed to be spelled. Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why names change slightly.
Ever so, yeah.
Because people don't know how to spell it. And I'm like, except for like Smith. I'm like, I'm a Smith. Well, everybody's a Smith.
We're Smiths. We're not.
Park.
Right? There's some Smith in there.
And it's like, it's kind of like, if you haven't watched it, watch An Evening with Kevin Smith by number 2.
I think I've seen all of them that he's got out. Love those.
And where the second disc, the one in London.
Okay.
This one was up in Canada.
Yeah.
And this 2 is in UK.
Right.
And it talks about coming over for Jersey Girl.
Yep.
And when he does, there's a newspaper reporter or magazine reporter, whatever. Her name was Head. Last name was Head. And it's like, you know how people used to get their last names.
Something they were good at.
It was their profession. I'm a Smith, so obviously my family were Smiths.
Oh, some type.
She's a Head. So, what's that tell you?
Yeah. He's got a point.
So, that's just a couple of things I wanted to briefly talk about.
Right. Those were I love Kevin Smith. You just spun that into some dude. Kevin Smith's Evening Withs.
Oh yeah, if you get a chance, watch them all. That's 1, 2, 3 evening.
4 is Too Fat for 40.
Fat for 40.
And 5 is Burn in Hell.
Burn in Hell. I've seen all 5. I've seen those 5.
I've seen all 5 of them.
There's 6 one. I'm not surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if there was.
Not as An Evening With, but there's other like live specials that he puts on. Like
there's other ones.
Jay and Silent Bob
does.
Get Old in.
Get Old. Get Duty Grass.
There's Jay and Silent Bob Get Old Teabagging in the UK. Jay and Silent Bob Go Down Under. Jay and Silent Bob Get Irish. Swearing of the Green. They got a ton of them. Okay, here's the Q&A releases, and yeah, the last one is Burn in Hell.
All right. The Jay and Silent Bob ones aren't bad either.
No, they're hilarious. I mean, it's mostly about kind of like Jay overcoming his addictions, which makes for hilarious freaking stories because that kid holds nothing back. Doesn't have to embellish because these freaking bat nuts fucking crazy.
Wasn't one of them? Kevin Smith talking about it, and him and Smith and Mosier paid to get his teeth done. Fixed because he was the star of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Right, yeah.
Talking about Dennis, like him, Jason and Dennis were discussing what he needed, pain medication wise. I'll give you this. That's not gonna work.
What do you
I'll
mean?
give you this. That's not gonna work either. What do you think you need?
Well, if I'm gonna kill any pain, my tolerance is.
And he's like, says what he needs. It's like, wow. What he needs, and Kevin Smith, when they're told this, he's like, a person my size, it would kill.
But that's the thing with addiction. They start in such small increments, and the tolerance builds, the tolerance builds. The body becomes immune to it to a certain degree.
So I watched some stand-up this week, or listened to. I don't really watch. I listen to it while I'm at work.
Right. That's the beautiful thing about stand-up. If it's not a visual comedian.
And I listen to Norm Macdonald has a new one.
Nice.
It's a Netflix stand-up spot original.
Nice.
That's hilarious. I listened to Patton Oswalt. And I think I'm guessing from about 2014. So it's about 3 years old. I'm like, when I look at it, I'm like, I listen to Patton Oswalt. I think he's pretty funny. And part of it I laughed, and there was like a half hour, 20 minutes, half hour. I'm like, this isn't funny.
Right.
Right in the middle too.
You ever watch any Jim Jeffries?
No.
Oh, really? That dude is friggin' hilarious, man. We're gonna have to watch some here in a bit.
And then I don't think Louis C.K. is that funny.
Yeah, he's got bits. He's got moments.
Moments, and they're fleeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was told try Rogan.
If I'm going to recommend any of Rogan, I would recommend Space Monkeys from Hell or something like that.
If anything, I listen to the same ones over again.
Right.
Like Jim Gaffigan, Beyond the Pale. Go to about 15 minutes in and watch for about 10 minutes. There was a couple bits right in that period of time that are classic bits. And the one is the director.
Yes.
In real life.
And cut. I love that whole and cut. There's so many variations that I've heard of him doing that. Do you ever watch any Doug Stanhope? Like, his genres include black comedy and blue comedy, so he just beats everybody up verbally. He's hilarious though.
I do listen to a little bit of Fluffy.
Oh, of course.
I could actually probably listen to what's his name? Peanut and Walter.
Dunham, Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham. I could probably listen to him because I've seen all of his specials.
Right, you hear the voice, you know who the character is.
I know.
Their mannerisms of said characters.
I know the bits anyways. I can picture it in my head. I don't need to actually see Jose Jalapeno to know, because let's face it, dummies don't have facial expressions.
No, it's the same face over and over. It's just the movements of the...
Right. Mike Birbiglia is really funny.
Hold on. Greg Warren? You ever watching Greg Warren?
No.
Flute Man Greg? Flute your flute, Greg. Flute Man Greg. Hit him with your flute.
I
love Flute Man
if you
Greg.
listen to Bob and Tom enough, you'll find some of these. You'll find some comedians. You'll be like, what? Rodney Carrington. Rodney Carrington. I've heard on Bob and Tom a long time ago. Somebody started playing something. I'm like, I've heard this guy before. Then I hear like, Don't Look Now. Like, oh, okay, he's on Bob and Tom.
Yeah.
Don't look now, your mom's got her boobs out. Or there's just stuff like that. Or the booby trap bit.
Yeah.
He did it on Bob and Tom. There's one comedian, I don't know what his name is.
Give me some of his bit. I'm good at this.
It's a black guy.
Okay.
Because he's talking about Mexicans, how they get away with everything. They get stopped and they're like, no hablo inglés. And they're like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't start talking to you bangy. And they're like, you're going to jail.
Right.
Get to jail. There was another black guy in there. You tried that you bangy shit, didn't ya?
Hold on. That's so damn familiar. What is that guy's name? It starts with a D.
You've heard it before, though.
Yeah. No. Wait, that's Roy Wood Jr. Roy Wood Jr. is the one that does that bit. He is good. You would like a lot of his stuff. He is hilarious. I'm trying to think of one.
There's comedians like Chris Rock. He's hit and miss with me.
Right.
He's hilarious. Up to a point where he starts being racist.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock is racist.
And he has moments, but everybody is. Everybody has their moments. But racist shit is fucking funny. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm not a racist personally. I accept everyone as what they are. But racist jokes are hilarious.
It depends on the racist joke. How? I've seen.
I personally found when they did the WCW thing with Harlem Heat and Colonel Tom and the slavery, like him leading them down to the ring in chains, dude, I laughed my balls off. Just at the utter, like the nuts that they had to have to go,
right.
This will go over real well. Same with the final, the Final Solution. Dude comes out with the mask and a giant swastika on said mask, and they expect no repercussions. I find that stuff hilarious.
I get that,
but I like bad taste.
To a certain point.
Right.
I get. How do I put it? There's racist that's comical. And there's offensive racist.
Yeah. Like, I just saw a video on YouTube of this fucking dude this white guy going off on this Muslim family. They were minding their business on the beach, but they were just wearing burqas, and he just ran and was like, Donald Trump gonna stop you! Fucking get out of my country with your Sharia law! Like, just going off, and it's like, what the? They were minding their own effing business at a resort, dude. They're in America. They're enjoying a resort in America. They're not coming to hurt nobody.
I did say at work early this week, last week. One kid is talking about how we're going to be going to war with North Korea and shit. I'm like, yeah, and he's like, draft and all that. I'm like, good for you. I hope you get drafted. I hope bring back the draft. Give me my country back.
Right.
Get rid of all you fucking
idiots and cowards.
You little fucking idiot kids.
Right? I didn't sign for the draft. You didn't. It said right on it's voluntary. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
I never registered.
They sent me a thing. I read it. It said voluntarily, and I'm like, nope. Right? I checked no, and then threw it in the garbage just in case it came back.
I know. I actually. When I was in high school, we were told every male has to register when they turn 18.
No, they don't.
I never did.
It's a bullcrap indoctrination lie, flat out propaganda lie.
And
this week in Conspiracy Corner.
But you gotta think, my generation, the military was a lot stronger.
Yeah,
10, 15,
yes and no.
20 years ago.
The military is completely different than it was 10, 20, 15 years ago. Now we got freaking drones that do everything, and kids that are killer at freaking FPS games are just like, this is awesome. We don't have troops on the ground. We all have the bravery of being out of range.
said something about talking about North Korea. Did you see what was that called? Pulp Comics, like Comedy Central. Jim Brewer had one of the classic ones, but I think it was either Pulp Comics or a similar program. I know we're running kind of long, but the one comedian is talking about North Korea having the bomb.
Right.
You're like, really? It's made in North Korea.
Exactly. Like, it's going to go, and they're going to blow themselves up. The war will be over in less than 20 minutes. Trump is just pushing their buttons so they'll blow themselves up, and China. And we have two things we have less to worry about. Poor South Koreans, but the ones that survive can just go, yeah, we'll claim this. This is ours now.
Can't even do that.
Not for like 30 years.
Parts of Japan are still uninhabitable.
Well, yeah, because they're dumbasses. What was it I was reading? In 10 years' time, if they use marijuana and earthworms, just all these places that are like desolate, cover them with marijuana and earthworms, will clean.
And
sure that you can't.
The kid that I was talking this stuff to, I'm like, really? He also believes that Area 51 is aliens.
No.
I'm like, no, it's proven that it was
Patterson Air Force Base is where the aliens ended up in the long run.
It's proven fact that it's a nuclear testing site.
Yeah. That's exactly what Area 51 is. That's why they don't want anybody out there.
Right. Because
they still test out there.
I'm like, it's...
Just because Roswell's near Area 51 does not connect the two. Yeah, it was a way station for a minute before they were like, all right, we got to get them over here closer to D.C.
I'm like, really? Do you think aliens want to visit this place?
No. They don't. It was a fucking accident, if anything. By all accounts, it was a complete...
This is the Alabama of the universe.
Alabama, dude. This is the freaking...
Kentucky. No. You gotta, don't even stop there. You don't even want.
You're not, dude. This is the Florida of the universe. What? Something crazy happened? Must have been Earth.
Yeah, those guys are backwards.
Right.
Nobody want. If aliens came here, there's only one real reason why aliens would come here.
Because we've succeeded in warp drive and not Star Trek Intergalactic Federation.
Obviously, they're coming. There's only one thing that's going to happen. They're going to go to war. We're going to end up in a war that we can't possibly win.
Because we're dumbass humans. They're like, let's blow shit up!
We can't win because... Come on. These are aliens that traveled across the universe. Their technology is going to be a lot better.
It's going to supersede anything we've got. They're going to be like, oh, cute, they're still using lead, propelled by gunpowder.
But they're only coming here for our resources.
Yeah.
We're going to be dead or slaves. Simple.
Or food.
You might as well say dead.
Yeah. No, because if you're helpful, you won't be food. I've seen Twilight.
So,
throw some picks down.
Picks for the week. I'm gonna go again. Injustice with the first one to prepare you for this week's Justice 2 release.
Gaming throwback.
Whose line is it anyways? Excellent show. I think, and go again. 2 weeks in a row. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. I'm gonna go with Wrestling Revolution 3D. There's also a 2D version. Both are fun as hell. All fully customizable. Stand-up comedian-wise, a black comedian. He's got a bit. Is funny as hell about being booked. His name's Daryl Wright, but he got booked in a Klan club, more or less. Like these are the racist of racist frickin' people. And the club owner's like, man, these people don't really like your type. And he's like, I don't care. I'll get up and do my act. Gets up and does his act, and they love it. They're like, this guy is friggin' hilarious. So they're loving it, man. And when some dude comes in that's, the regulars are there, and they saw the comedy, so they know that he's friggin' hilarious. Another regular comes in, does no clue who this black guy is that all of his white buddies are talking to, and he's like, y'all get this nigga the fuck out of my bar! And the whole group turns around and goes, shut the hell up, he's funnier than anything you've ever done! Proceed to sign a Confederate flag t-shirt and give it to him, and he wears it to, like, Walmarts and shit just to mess with, like, a black dude wearing a Confederate flag t-shirt. Come on now, that's some hilarious shit. And, a third choice, 2 weeks in a row, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2.
And we're most likely going to go see it again in a month.
Hopefully. If all works out.
It's a 3-day weekend for me.
Right?
I don't know about you.
Probably not. It'll probably be like a day weekend, like every other weekend. I'm not sure. He might probably have plans that weekend. I'm not sure.
Might have plans for Monday.
Right.
Because
that'll probably if any day, that'll probably be the day we'll have a show. Sunday night or Monday.
All right. Well, till next week.
Keep it random.
Peace.